Hello and welcome. So in this video, we'll take a look at how to import a massive file from the internet into our Google Cloud storage so that we can do further analysis and processing on that data. And a key aspect of this is that we will avoid having to download this massive file onto our local machines and then uploading it into Google Cloud. So to get started, let's log into our Google Cloud console. And I'm going to click on the side link here and try to locate Compute Engine and open a VM instance. Now Compute Engine, I have it pinned here, but if you don't have it pinned, you can click View All Products and you can look for something called Compute Engine under Compute and look for Compute Engine. You can click on that and you can navigate to virtual machines and then VM instances. So if you just click on VM instance, you can go ahead and create an instance. So we're going to create a virtual machine instance. A VM instance is a virtual machine instance. It's your own computer that you're renting on the cloud from Google Cloud. They're going to maintain it for you. You can rent it for a few minutes or however long you want, and you will pay something like 3 cents per hour for it. So if you leave it on for a month, you're going to pay $25 for it, for this particular computer. So having clicked on create VM instance, I'm just going to choose all the basic default options that are presented to me. So I'm not going to change any names, regions. All of this can wait for later. For now, we're just trying to get to the shortest possible in the shortest possible time and manner. We're trying to get to the point where we can import a massive file from the cloud onto our Google Cloud. So we're going to use this rented VM instance in order to import our data, and once we import it, where will we save it? We will save the data in Google Storage, which is cloud storage over here. So within cloud storage, we'll click on buckets. So we will save our data in a bucket. So I'm going to create a new bucket for us now. So I'm going to click on create and say I'm just going to call this bucket as I'm just going to give it a name. Something like this. It has to be a unique name across all the buckets in the entire world. So if I gave this particular name for this bucket, then nobody else can give this exact name to their bucket because I already gave this name. So you have to have a unique name for your bucket across all the buckets in the whole entire world within Google Cloud, Google's storage service. So I'm giving this name here and I'm hoping it will be unique, and then I'm going to just click create. Again, I'm choosing all the basic options here. Just hit create and choose all the, so public access will be prevented. That means nobody can access my bucket except myself. And so that's initially a good thing because you might have sensitive information on your bucket that you don't want other people to access. Okay, so I'm going to say confirm. And while that bucket is getting created, I'm going to go to my other tab and continue with the creation of my VM instance, virtual machine instance. So I'm just choosing all the basic, pre-specified options. Again, here they've already chosen a particular operating system, Debian GNU Linux for me, which is totally fine. And then some data protection, which I'm again choosing all the default options, networking default options, observability, security. Okay, now here you need to specify that you want to allow full access to all cloud APIs. Okay, so you want to click this particular radio button over here, not the default access, but allow full access to all cloud APIs. And the reason for that is because you want your VM instance, this computer service that you're starting on this tab, you want that to be able to access your bucket which you have created over here. So that's why you want to enable this particular button. And everything else again is I'm just choosing the default options and I'm going to hit create. And that will take maybe a minute or two to create my VM instance on Google Cloud. So as you can see, now it has been created. So it does take a minute or two. So just give it some time. So once it has been created, you'll see a green checkbox like this. That's when you know that this VM instance is running now. And once it starts running, you can open a secure connection to it using the SSH option here. Just click on this SSH button over here, and that will bring up a dialog box like this, and it'll ask you for, you know, whether it's allowed to connect and so on, and you say yes, I authorize it, and then it'll, you know, log in, just an extra step, log in through your Gmail account, and then it'll connect to this you know, computer that you've started on the cloud. So this is the terminal interface to that computer that you've started on the cloud, and here's where we are going to use this interface to import the data that we want. So what is the data that we are looking for? The data that we want is located in, we want to import the data from NYC taxi data. So New York City taxi data, trip data. So this is basically data on all the trips taken by all the taxis in New York City year after year, which, as you can imagine, will be a lot. There'll be millions of records. So it's a massive data set. So what we're going to do is go to 2019, and I'm going to copy the URL for January yellow taxi trips. I'm going to say copy link address. So link has been copied, and I'm going to go into my terminal interface for my VM instance, and I'm going to import this file into this location here. And to do that, I use a wget command, and wget is a command that lets you specify a URL. So I'm going to press Ctrl Shift V, and that will paste the URL that I had copied, which is, as you can see, it's a complicated URL, but it's basically trip data, yellow trip data, etc. It's a .parquet file. So I'm going to import that. So it has been imported really quickly, as you can see, 232 MB, and I can say ls space -l, hit enter, and I can see that that particular file has indeed been imported. Okay, so now that it's been imported, I want to now export this file from my VM instance into my storage bucket over here. So for that, I'm just going to copy the name of that bucket. It's kind of long, so I'll just press the copy button over here, which is very handy. I'm just going to copy that, and just going to copy that and go over here and clear all the clutter. I'm going to say gsutil space cp, and cp means copy, and you can specify the file yellow. I'm going to try to type it in fully, or I can just copy it like this, and I can just paste it like this. Okay, so parquet cp yellow trip data blah blah parquet into gs : // and this is where I go back here and copy the name of my bucket and paste it over here and press /. So let's take a look at the syntax. gsutil, that stands for Google Storage Utilities. Okay, so that is a set of, that provides a set of functions that enable us to move files around and do other things. So gsutil provides the cp function, which we are able to invoke, and then cp stands for copy. Copy the local file called yellow trip data 2019-01 parquet into this folder, into this bucket in Google Storage, gs : // name of the bucket // I'm going to hit enter. And when I hit enter, the file is getting copied, so operation is completed. Once it's completed, you can go to the storage and you can hit refresh. Where's my refresh button? There's a refresh button over here. So I can hit refresh, and you can see that yellow trip data 2019-01.parquet has indeed been imported into this particular bucket that we specified. And yeah, so that's pretty much it. And then now that you have done this, we no longer need this particular VM instance. So I'm going to first exit out, and then I go to my other tab where the VM instance was open. I'm going to select it, and I am going to delete the VM instance. Otherwise, remember, you're going to pay $25 a month, which we don't want to do unnecessarily, and hit delete. and just hit delete. Yes, so this is what I want. Process is still running. VM will be forced to stop prior to deletion files. That's totally fine. I don't need this anymore. So I'm just going to say delete, and the VM instance is being deleted. And I would just wait for a little bit to make sure that it is indeed deleted before you sign off. And now you have your file imported into your bucket here. And in a subsequent video, we'll see how you can read the file, run queries on it, and so on. But for now, this is it. And if you're done with this, what I would also suggest is consider deleting this file also, because this is also costing you money. So just once you're done with this in the bucket, just select the file and click delete. Hit delete like this, and then make sure that that data set that you downloaded, 110 MB, right? You will pay some money for it. So it won't be as much as the VM instance, which is a lot more costlier, but it will still be some money. So if you want to avoid that, go ahead and delete this as well. So that's it for now. I hope you enjoyed watching this. Thanks for watching.